Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my YouTube channel, Moon Jasper Gem. And if you're visiting me from Facebook, welcome to my pages. Happy birthday to all of you. My reading today is going to be for December 2020 and January 2021. Happy birthday. Hope everybody's doing well. Maybe it's not going to be as fun of a birthday because of what's happening in the world, but keep yourself occupied and do something that, that's creative or something that you could do with maybe a few people or even by yourself, just exploring and seeing what life has to offer you guys. So today, my intentions are for December and January, but I do my readings timeless. I pulled out some moon cards for you already. Tonight, the moon phase is just past the full moon, so it's a waning gibbous, and it's passing through the zodiac sign of Cancer. So it's a time for loving and nurturing things that are important to you and to others. Also, it is the Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, and they are like the mom or somebody that just if it's not a mom and it's somebody that you're interested in, somebody has a lot of love and compassion to give. They have a lot of empathy, and they listen and they're there for you. They're very they're very, should I say, dedicated. So during this time, it's a good time that if someone needs you, to be there for them and to use your energy wisely. Also, if it means for you to take some time out for yourself to rejuvenate so you could come back and be optimistic like you usually are, it's a good time to do that. So you could give it your all and show some compassion from your heart and not to dig deep on your emotions, but to be able to explore them in a sense where you could understand them and, heal them and then set them free. And if you get swallowed up in your emotions, you could be in your head and you could become very like pessimistic or negative. So instead of doing that, if they're too deep, don't let them surface to hurt you. Let them surface to heal you. And then release them into the universe so it could be turned into something beautiful and a great, beautiful energy to flow back into you, into people that you care about in all the world. So I don't know where to start because I started to shuffle your cards before, did the moon first. And this one right here, I noticed already on the bottom that there was a soulmate match right there. So we had that you guys came out in the male and female, representing you, the Queen of Wands, Queen of Staves. Not afraid to go out for what they want. They get people to follow them because they're light, fun. They keep an adventure going. Sometimes people can't keep up with you and it could frustrate you, but at the same time you just keep moving, keep going, and keep doing what you got to do. Remember to turn around and see that the people are still there and okay. Check on them once in a while if they can't keep up with you. There was something very unstable. There was something that was being built on an unstable foundation. So an explosion came. This could also be a real explosion, yelling and arguing, but at the same time, it's it's having to do with whether you saw this or not, or whether you were avoiding it. It was inevitable, and sometimes you just have to let it happen. Maybe okay. Wait, here we have the page. The Page of Cups. It's almost like an apology wants to come through or an emotional message for you right here. And then after that, and here's two more I want to show you. So here's the King. This is you in the male form and the female form. Really beautiful, very powerful couple. Very exciting and passionate in all that you do. Sometimes you guys might fight for the lead, but sometimes you're really on page and you could make like you could create something beautiful. That's instead of destroying something, you could actually create beauty. Because with the fire, sometimes you either could create or destroy. So you have to choose to create. So show your heart. Don't be harsh in your words or your actions, and just communicate from the heart. That's important. And keep your passions going, because you have a lot of messages that are coming in here. Some of it might have been a little swift. Somebody wants more information about you. There could be some judgment going on, but this is a lot of messages going back and forth, whether it's other people, or whether it's you and that person, or just wanting to communicate and having this vision of what things could happen between the two of you. It's a really beautiful soulmate right there. So that was all on the bottom of the deck right there. Let's ask the energies of in the universe of love and light only to bring forth more messages, general and in love, for the beautiful zodiac sign of Sagittarius, Sagittarian, I say sometimes. There we go. You know, I let them just fall out. That's how I do it. So the Three of Cups, maybe because before when they showed you guys as a soulmate, or at least you thought it was, and maybe it's not what you thought. So there was the Three of Pentacles. Maybe it happened because of a third party. I mean, the Three of Cups, excuse me. That means that, yes, you want to celebrate, you have a really good time, but sometimes when we talk about love, this is talking about a third party relationship. Okay, so maybe one of you or both of you or somebody in your environment was interfering with your situation and wasn't flowing like you wanted to. This is the Hierophant. This could represent water, again, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. This could represent a Taurus, but it represents somebody who, you know, this is like somebody that you want to marry. You know, this is like someone who you're with, okay? And they make you feel like you're home. They make you feel like you're both on board. You know, you have the same morals, the same values. Maybe with the Tower before, maybe you weren't seeing eye to eye. Maybe one person wants to do something and the other person didn't. So there could be a question at hand, but it is telling you that it's a time of celebration. And in spite of everything happening, whether it's personal or in the world, to try to come together with your loved ones, the people that really mean the most to you. Now here we have the Seven of Pentacles. And let me just see here. So this is the bottom here. So maybe some of you were feeling, because of what happened, whether it was a third party or an unstable, maybe you didn't get along or you didn't have the same morals and values, you just felt like you're sitting over and looking at all that you've already accomplished in that situation, whether it's just in your life or business or all the time and effort you put into something, or in a love relationship, whether it's going to be worth it in the long run. Because overseeing everything that you've done, it's not going to go to waste. Everything you go through is an experience, whether it's good or bad, but it does open your eyes if something isn't working, and you're thinking realistically. Or maybe somebody doesn't want to commit because they don't want to stop their life and their adventures and they just want to feel free. But if you find the right person, like that match, that person will do all those things with you. And if they don't mind if you do it. They'll be home waiting for you because they go on adventures as well. What's the energy over this Three of Cups here for you? Somebody was blocked out all of a sudden. It was like abrupt, or something was blocked. Something happened. This goes back to the Tower again, refusing to see something, refusing to make that decision, or to show your heart, to guard your heart. And it is with the Two of Cups. So it was somebody who you really felt you had something going with. The Four of Pentacles, it's like you're not interested in something. You're not interested. Somebody's not interested in moving forward in the long term if it's not going to be on the same page. You know, because you have to have two people that want the same thing to move forward and grow upon, or it just becomes more of a friend or an acquaintance. But if it's your true soulmate and you want to move it to the next level, the Hierophant, possibly even engagement or marriage, then you have to communicate better. What's in the root of this for you? Okay. We have the Seven of Staves or Wands. Somebody's being a little defensive. They don't want to, they're not agreeing. There's no, you have to have the strength, because you know over time, it takes time to build this. It doesn't happen overnight, even though one of you really wants to jump into something or do something, the other one doesn't. Or there's a conflict of interest. But this could represent the Leo, but it's having the energy and the strength to know that over time that what you've built isn't going to go to waste. And that Two of Cups, whether that's your love, a situation, relationship, or whether this is a two-party, or whether it's turning from a 3 to a 2, because something's got to get dropped, because you want to be with that one person. And if you have to walk away from it because it's not right for you, then you're doing the right thing for the long run. But if you know that you can communicate and drop down the guards, when both of you, whoever it is, to communicate and say exactly what you want with love and from your heart, then they should hear you, because this is a beautiful growth over time. Somebody who's exactly on your page with you, because you know each other really well. Feeling comfortable, they're not going to turn on you or do anything that, that's going to be a shocking situation. Moving to the past here for you. You had a solid, stable offer from above, the Ace of Pentacles. And that's a really solid situation right there. This is love. It's a solid offer. It's stable. It's rooted. It's grounded. Here you are on the bottom, the page of staffs, Page of Wands. Being light, youthful, fun, seeing that in your mind, other people don't see that there was growth there possibly. Maybe the other person, but one of you did. And you felt very solid and stable. You thought this was going to be the one. So not yet. Now, we're not saying it's not. We're just saying that there's been a shocking revelation about something. To the future of this for you. But that's a gift, and it's solid, and you've got that on your side. So you could be the gift that's solid and stable. So you did get the Tower. Again, came out. It's coming to the future, or you're in it already, or you're avoiding it. Because somebody was very defensive. Maybe they're not hearing it. Maybe they're not agreeing. They don't believe that it's unstable. They don't want to give up. You guys are the wounded warrior. I don't know if it'll come out today, but the wounded warrior, you never give up. That's the optimism in you. And you don't want to become pessimistic about it, because that's you're not going to get anything done like that. Just take that time and relaxation to yourself so you can rejuvenate and get a fresh outlook with the Page of Staffs, starting something brand new, or reviving something that you love by communicating and doing it with love and compassion. There's nothing wrong with being defensive when you know something's not stable. However, the way you communicate is how it should come out in a way that they'll understand. That's not harsh or hurting, but realistically, if something's not working. Okay, your advice here? So you have the King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Somebody's not interested. Somebody's not interested in cutting something off. Somebody is interested in cutting something off. This is taking the time out, so you're not harsh, because you don't want to maybe. You want to kind of keep that going. You still see the spark there of passion. Here's the Three of Pentacles again with the threes. It could be a third party, but this is wanting to build a solid foundation. This is wanting to rebuild and have more cooperation and working together. If this is other people in your life, in business or job or family, this is wanting to work together and communicate clearly. But even though this king right here doesn't always show his heart, some of the kings don't do that, They show it in different ways. Communication is important. The way to get to their heart is through their mind, to prove it, to both know that you're planning together. Because with the Four of Swords, this is like what I said earlier, is taking some time out, putting out your intentions, putting out good intentions. This is having a clarity in your mind before you take any action in anything, to know that you do the best that you can with the knowledge that you receive and you have, and to see it from the bigger picture. So what's a possible outcome here for you guys? Here's another one that this is what I was thinking before. The King of Cups doesn't always show his heart as well, but filled with it. That's the difference. This person's filled with love and they want to show it. They just don't know how sometimes, or they bury all those emotions deep. And again, like I said, if they start exploring it, it could cause a lot of turmoil emotionally, outwardly. It could come out, because when you pinpoint why am I really upset? What's really bothering me? And you get to the point of it. It makes it a lot easier to get along with others and to get along with that one person that you're involved with and you love. We have here sticking out the Nine of Swords. So somebody's been up worried at night about it. Maybe you're trying to tell us, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, whatever, oh, maybe somebody's saying that or whatever, but it is bothering you. So in order for that to get better is to show some emotion. Let that get your information, communicate clearly but with love and compassion. I always say that because this communication is key. And if it's hard to communicate, you can write it down, because then you can read it yourself and see that it comes out and it makes sense. And it's not hurtful, but it's from the heart. Possible outcome here for you guys in this general love reading. Okay, so you have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Feels like it might not be going anywhere, but it is. And when it gets there, it's going to be extremely solid and stable. You already had it. So it is stable. It's beautiful. And here you have sticking out in the middle of the sun. Be playful. This is you. This is representing a Leo, but it represents you and telling you to be playful, be light, be yourself. This is soulmate material from the beginning of this reading. Going through some changes, maybe what's happening personally or what's happening in the world. But the bottom line is that it's a beautiful situation. So if this is either you starting completely new or this is you reviving something to be enlightened and to be playful and to forget about all the stress and anxiety and the worries, because that's going to happen anyway. And plus, we need you guys to be very optimistic and to move forward with that fire and that light so we could follow. But that's definitely a solid, stable offer coming in. This could be Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. It just feels like maybe it's not going anywhere because it's moving so slow. But it is, and they're definitely, it's probably you thinking of them, or they're thinking of you. Really beautiful way to end this after that tower moment and worry and stress and blocking things out, which makes sense. You have to heal. Something wasn't stable, whether it was real, whether it was in your mind that was worrying you about things, or something, that breakup, argument. This is where I'm going to take a pause because I'm going to do your moon reading next. Be right back, you guys. Hey, you guys, I'm back again. I'm going to do this moon reading for you. Okay. I got several cards out that came out for you. First one is it says full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. It's really beautiful. The second one that came out is new moon eclipse. Expect powerful changes. Those were the two that fell out. And then there was two, one on the bottom, and then there was one in the middle that showed. So there's four. So the other one is full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. In a way, this kind of goes with your reading now that I'm thinking about it. Could be that explosion or abrupt change. And then the last one was new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success, which is really beautiful. But I want to read some of this to you guys. I'll start with this one here. Show the world the real you. Okay. Okay, here we go. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. You guys, this is me talking now. You guys aren't afraid of change. You guys jump into things, but maybe some of you right now at this time may be feeling that way. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, you are being, and I say this, look, in the relationship that you're in, it is very true that you have unique characteristics and you like to have fun and live in the moment. So you make it exciting. Those are my words. It talks about being able to detach, but go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Don't lose the beauty of and romance in life. That's keeping optimistic again and being adventurous. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. That's nice. That's kind of like what I said. A friend needs you. Be there for them. Or maybe they need to be there for you. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. That's probably that same tower. So in this situation, it says it's you need to let go of something or someone. Anytime suggests either you need to let go or someone is thinking they are the ones that need to let you go. Figure out what does need to go and what can come in. So you have to figure out what's the right thing to do, and it might be unconventional and it might be unexpected. So the next one is expect powerful change, a new moon eclipse. If you want affirmation that you could achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. That's why I always say when you put something out there, make sure it's with good energy. That's me talking again, not the book. But to manifest good things so that it comes back to you and it goes back to wherever it needs to be, all the good stuff. Be prepared. It could be quite a ride. And events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new direction you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. And you know that everything always changes. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate it later. A porthole is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. That goes back to the emotions again, because, like I said, touch on your emotions, but don't drown in them, because that's not a good place for anybody, but for you guys who are normally optimistic, not to think too deep about anything. To stay light, if you could fix things or situations, go ahead. Otherwise, take the time to rejuvenate until you can. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. It says, never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. I guess this is like a real good yes card for sure. You're being kind of pushed towards your life purpose. Whatever's happening now is happening for your highest good. I always try to ask that in all the readings that I do, to have soul growth as well. And it's an important turning point in your life. It's a complete change of pace. It says here that you're probably being guided by your ego. And then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go in, regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening. You pull this card. It's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. So that's really good. Definitely really good. Now this one, a fiery climax. We'll just read a little bit of it. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. This is because it's in Aries. This is the one I'm reading. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. That's what I said before. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively, always do it with love and compassion, I say, as you could have done. If you know deep down that there's been a little rash or harshness, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that to some level you're created a situation yourself, which means that you could create your way out as well. Be nice, be kind, smile and polite as you navigate to where you want to be. And that's all I'm going to read for that one. And one more is was the new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. Usually you are very confident. So if you're not, remember that you are inside. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? In this question, you're asking based on your ego or is it on your heart? Of course, you have to have a balance of the head and the heart. It says Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent. So is yours, Sag. But when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock and that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to the dilemma. It's true. Well, be magnificent without being too much. Self-esteem is good. Everyone is equally important. That's where that collaboration comes in. And it's time to find a balance between your needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all of your relationships. Well, I enjoyed your reading today, even though the moon's actually passing through the zodiac sign of Cancerian. That right there just tells you to stay loving and nurturing in all that you do. And if you need that time out to get through whatever's going on in your mind or anybody around you, if you need to step away, that's a good thing to do. And then this way you can come back when you're refreshed and you feel better, and then you can communicate clearly and from the heart. And if you're going after that one person and it's worth it, keep trying until you feel like there's definitely no way it's going to work. So you know you gave it your all. Otherwise, there's new adventures on the horizon. And you know that. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share. Follow and like my pages on Facebook. If you want a private group reading via FaceTime, or if you're local in person, you could send me a message. Happy holidays and happy birthday. Till the next time. Take care wherever you are in the world. Day, moon, night. Bye now.